guys, my name is Yadley, but you guys can call me Yads. I'm a first-year service member serving in Bridgeport, Connecticut. I told them to do that. So my story is about the lessons that I've learned in social and emotional intelligence. I feel like this is a big part of our service that shows in a very unique way, but I wanted to share my story about how I see it on a day-to-day basis in my classes. You may or may not know this, but I found this out and I thought it was pretty cool to share. But we all undergo 3 to 5 emotional shifts per minute. And if you do the math, that means we undergo over 4,000 emotional shifts a day. Now, if you want to do more math, pull out your calculators. That means that you will experience thousands of emotions in a classroom in an hour. And with this information, I really thought it was interesting how food court can bring a very important emotion into a classroom, and that emotion is joy and happiness. And the reason that I kind of wanted to talk about this is because in the beginning of my service, I was invited to a workshop in Bridgeport where a Yale professor that teaches social and emotional intelligence wanted to kind of talk about kind of his book on emotions, which is Permission to Feel, which I highly recommend you guys read. But he talked about his experiences as a child and how it was very difficult for him to express his emotions because of family issues or because of things that were happening in school. And then eventually, when he got older, he was able to kind of break down those barriers and express his emotions and recognize them, understand them, and regulate them in a sense. Basically, what he now knows, what we all know now as the ruler report, or the ruler mood meter. And what the ruler mood meter is basically this axis of 4 primary colors. And at the top of the axis, on the first one, it's yellow, and then at the bottom, it's blue. But yellow is basically the color that you want to experience a lot during your day. And that's all the positive emotions like happiness, joy, things that we all bring to kids during our service. But it teaches kids to be able to recognize their emotions and know how to kind of regulate them throughout the day. And I thought it was really cool to kind of use this in my service, but also to recognize it because it happens all the time. Now, my particular story, my specific story that I wanted to share was when I was going into my 3rd grade class on a Friday at 10 a.m. We were making a root fruit slaw. Anyone ever had the root fruit slaw? It's good, I make it for myself. And so I wanted to make a root fruit slaw for my 3rd graders because I thought it was really good. And usually when I walk into my class on Friday at 10 a.m., this one little girl, there's always that one kid that asks you, like, what are we doing today? Like, what are we trying today? And it's a really great feeling to kind of hear that because you just want to get them amped up and excited, like, oh, you don't know what I got for you today. You don't know, but you're going to see. But it's just really cool to kind of bring in that excitement and joy into a class for an hour, even if it's for like the smallest thing, like pulling out a carrot out of a bag or like pulling out a beet out of a bag. Like, it's cool. Like, they think that's really cool. So I really enjoy like doing things like that. So one day when I was making the root fruit slaw, this one girl that always asks me, like, what are we doing today? She just didn't have that same excitement, that same energy. And she knew it was 10 o'clock and it was Friday and that I was going to be there, but she didn't have that energy that she always does. And so I walked over to her before I started my lesson and just to check in. And I really think that it's important to show empathy to a lot of people, not just kids, but to everyone, and just checking in on people and asking them how they feel and like, how are you? How's your day going? Just checking in on people, it just makes a very big difference, so that way you can kind of know how to approach them moving forward or know how to support them and help them, especially kids. So I went over to her and I asked her, how is she feeling, or how was her day going? And she kept it honest, and she said she just wasn't feeling the best today and that she got into an argument with one of her best friends. It happens. We fight with our best friends and we get sad about it. So I felt really bad, and I wanted to comfort her in the sense of just asking her, you know, if she wants to stay in the class and just like get her mind off of it, or you know, just wants to just stay to the side and just hang out. And she said, no, I don't want to stay in the class at all. I actually want to leave, and I want to go talk to the social worker because she helps me feel better. And at that point I felt even more bad because I wanted her to stay in class. I wanted her to experience the excitement and the joy, but she just wasn't really in the mood to. So I told her that that's absolutely understandable. I can absolutely understand why you can feel that way. And if you would like to, you know, leave the class, that's completely okay. I just want you to take care of yourself and, you know, feel better. And so she kind of just stuck around for a little bit, just hung out, and I started my introduction, kind of like how we always do, like, hey, good morning, guys, like, I'm about to do this. I'm about to do a root fruit slot, and everybody's super excited. I'm pulling out carrots, and I'm pulling out beets, and they're like, oh my God, like, she has a carrot. Like, they've never seen a carrot before. But like, it's just so fun. Like, food court is so magical. So I'm starting the lesson, and I'm doing the introduction, and I'm about a couple minutes in, and I see that she's still here. And I was kind of just like, oh, like, she decided to stay. Like, that made me feel really good. And so I asked her if she wanted to help me make the vinaigrette that we usually make to like pour over the carrots and the beets. And she was just all for it, just so excited to just hop on and do something. And it was in that moment that I realized that food court creates a space for including kids, and creating a space where everyone can feel special and important and a part of something amazing. And just instantly her whole entire mood just shifted in like the span of a second. So I really wanted to really share that story because I thought it was a really cool way of just showing us that we all do amazing things, and that food court brings so much joy and excitement to kids through just like the smallest little things that we do, but also that our emotions and the way that we feel are real, and that we're human, and that it's okay to feel bad sometimes, but it's the positivity and the high spirits that keep us going through the day that make them just a little better. So I really do love what we do as food court service members, because we are making a positive impact on kids, and we are making, you know, we're all bringing joy and excitement into classes. So I encourage you to continue doing what you're doing, but in the spirit of Valentine's Day, just bring love and joy to other people. Yeah.